This is my digital narrative essay by me. As early as I can remember, my dad would make me scrambled eggs and they would taste amazing, and I would think to myself, one day I'll learn how to make this. As time passed, I figured out how to make scrambled eggs. From cooking eggs and making scrambled eggs, I wanted to know how to make an omelet. When I started making scrambled eggs, I already had a good idea on how to make them because I'd watch my dad make them every morning. So when I started making them, it was pretty easy. First, you crack your eggs in a bowl and then you put salt and pepper in the bowl. Second, then you either get a fork or you can use anything that would help you stir everything in the bowl. Third, you should be stirring it so fast to the point that you think you're about to create a whirlpool in your bowl. Fourth, next put the eggs in the pan and you need to automatically stir the eggs together until you get the hard and clumped up pieces of the eggs you have stirred. Fifth and final step, starting from the edges of the pan to the middle of the pan, your scrambled eggs should look like a bunch of clouds clumped up together. That is how you know you're done cooking the eggs. After cooking scrambled eggs for a long time, it becomes as easy as walking and chewing gum at the same time. I soon wanted to learn how to make an omelet, and it's pretty similar to making scrambled eggs. Since I wanted to know how to make an omelet, I decided to watch a couple videos on YouTube to figure out how to make one. When making an omelet, it is easier than it seems. The first thing you do is you get your eggs and you crack them in a bowl, and then you put salt and pepper into the bowl, and you swirl them like a car tire spins when driving. Second, then you put the eggs that you have stirred in the pot. After that, you should let it sit in the pan for about 60 to at most 90 seconds. You'll hear the sizzling in the pan with the sound water makes from hitting hot metal. While you're waiting, you can put a piece of ham or cheese in the center of the pan so it can cook along with the eggs. After waiting, take one side of the egg and flip it towards the center of the pan. You only want that side that you flipped to cover a little bit of the eggs you have poured in the pan. Sixth, after you take the other side of the egg, flip it towards the center. By doing that, it should look like a burrito made out of eggs. Seventh, next take the omelet and flip it over. Wait about 30 seconds to flip it back to the original side. Picture the omelet like flipping a coin and getting heads or tails. Repeat that process for 2 to 3 times, except wait about 10 seconds in between each flip. Finally, and the best step, take the omelet out of the pan and enjoy it. It'll taste amazing. I know what you're thinking. How can you relate cooking eggs to me in a way that makes sense? I get that, but it goes deeper than cooking eggs. My dad cooks eggs for me every day, and it's something that I always remember and I always appreciate from him. Think about something that your dad, mom, older sibling, or anybody in your life did for you that you will always appreciate. Also, my dad cooking for me made me want to cook eggs too. So maybe somebody did something for you that inspired you to do the same thing. So eventually, whenever you do something, you can bring back the good memories that person brought to you. For me, it is my dad making eggs for me every morning. And it tastes really good, and I would really appreciate it. I really appreciate that my dad did something like that for me every morning. And eventually, that made me want to cook eggs and learn how he made his eggs so good. So later in life, maybe one day when I have a son or daughter, I'll cook them some of my eggs that my dad would cook for me every morning. I just hope it tastes good. Thank you for listening.